is Walter English. I work for the city of Fairfax in Virginia. I'm currently the deputy coordinator and head of planning. I essentially ensure that we have all of our plans, policies, and procedures in place, any method that we need to do anything within those plans, and then I make sure that our operations center is up and running and that we can reach out to our residents and public as needed. The hard part with the city of Fairfax is, as we sit about 15 miles outside of Washington, D.C., the National Capital Region, so we have all the same hazards and threats that would come with being in the nation's capital, but with a small city on the outlying part of that. So we have all the same rights, responsibilities, and roles, but we have, a minimal budget to do it with a lesser amount of people. So we have to find better ways or better systems that enable us to, quote unquote, run with the big dogs and still meet that expectation. We have many people that work within the seat of federal government that live and then commute in. So we're a very transient population during the day. So we can go from 20,000 at noon to 120,000 at midnight. So your population is so different depending on the time of day and what's going on, and whether you're home or not home, people still want to be able to get that message, know what's happening, know what's coming or going and happening around their home. I think the pre and post Everbridge, I think the biggest thing is to say we had many systems before Everbridge, and with Everbridge we've gone with the motto of kind of one voice, many messages, multinodal. So it's only one system, but you're going to get messages from various people within the government to any node or application that you want to. So you're always going to get something that's going to be from Fairfax City Alerts, and people know that's the official message, the official voice. I think we have Everbridge and we sit within the National Capital Region. We have about 17 jurisdictions around us, public, private entities that all have it, and we have the ability to share and push information. A good example is about a year ago, Arlington County put out an Amber Alert for a missing person. They believe that person was still within the National Capital Region. Well, us as administrators could easily just push their message through our system to our folks, and very shortly time after, that person was instantaneously found. You don't get that in other places, but we live within a commuting area. So people might live in one place, work in another, and nobody wants to go and sign up for 3 and 4 systems. So the fact that you can sign up at one place, and us as administrators, we have quarterly meetings, we can talk, we agree what type of messages that we can push through our system from each other. The universe, the EV universe, it allows you to see what's going on in other parts of the country. So you can kind of see and learn from that. Internally, we have, just with all of our employees or temporary hires or things like that, so we can communicate out safety alerts, information, whether we send out a polling message to see if people can come back on callback for certain departments. So it's not just pushing messages out, it's also a way to receive information back to you from employees. Anytime you get a new application, you're more worried about just implementation. When we first got it, it was so overwhelming. There was so much. I couldn't even remember my own password. And now that I'm at year 3, I'm sending a message or creating a contact or doing all that. I do that in my sleep. Now it's, hey, I've only been using this small portion of this giant Everbridge system. How can I start to grow? And it's learning what other people have done, seeing how I can integrate it into other systems to make my life easier, and just learning in the totality of what Everbridge really is. And it's not just public alerting. I've integrated Everbridge with our crisis management system. So if something happens, my phone will ring in the middle of the night. So if there's a hurricane coming or a tornado watch, my phone's just not going to buzz. Like, my phone will ring because I know there's an action I need to take. If I'm out with the family, my phone rings all day long. I want family time. But I know if it rings and it has this Everbridge number, I'm like, I have to answer this. This is something important. And then there's action to be taken. So you just learn what you can mix it with. We've integrated in with security systems. If you come into the EOC after 8 p.m. when you shouldn't be, I get an email, so I know who's buzzing in and why. It helps me with tracking and system tracking, computer tracking. So I think you just open your imagination, be willing to try it, and you'll see how much you can really put it Everbridge within the life of everything else you do.